Welcome to the Capital Spreads Weekly Update. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of March 2011, and it's budget day today. A bit more on that during the theme of the week. But currently at the moment, the FTSE has had a go today at 5,800 again, but fallen back from that level, so around 5,750. The Dow back to around 12,000, and for Euro-dollar just fallen off its highs as well, 141.10. Cable also a little bit weaker, 162.30, and gold has remained pretty stable around 14.31, and crude, it too has just retraced from its highs. It's Brent crude is at 115.50. So the week so far really has seen the market go pretty much sideways, and I've got a chart of the FTSE here. What you can see is that before Japan, when the market was trading around 5,800, 5,850, it found that level a particularly strong support level. And as technical analysis theory tells you, that once you break support, it will then become a resistance level. And that's what we're seeing at the moment. The market is really struggling to push beyond 5,800, but having bounced quite significantly off the sort of 55 to 5,600 region. So there is still, that would still suggest that the uptrend is intact. We're just struggling in the last couple of days to really make some more ground. And so far also today, focusing back on what's happened so far this week, we had the Bank of England minutes, which didn't really cause any surprises. There have been no dissenting members of the Monetary Policy Committee moving to call for interest rate hikes, so very unlikely that we'll see a hike anytime soon, possibly maybe even after the spring. So how have clients been trading at the moment? Well, they're still expecting the FTSE to get through that 58 to 5850 level. On the whole, they're long the FTSE and they're long the German DAX as well, but conversely still remain short US indices on the whole, short the S&P in particular. They've been opposing the strength in Euro-dollar, and that seems to have come to fruition slightly with the weakness in Euro-dollar. Obviously a little bit of concern about in Portugal, there's this key vote on austerity, how that will pan out, and clients are quite long the pound. They remain long gold, no surprises there, but they have been short Brent, so doing well, just finding the top of crude prices for the time being. For the rest of the week, we get retail sales from the UK, which are expected to decline 0.6%, and that's going to be an interesting figure because today Sainsbury's came out with some really bad numbers. Their like-for-like sales were half of expectations, so their share price down quite significantly today. We then also on Friday we get lots of sort of confidence numbers from Germany and France, and then we end off the week with US GDP numbers and Michigan confidence. So the theme of this week is the budget today. We've had the Chancellor Osborne's second budget, first one being the emergency one last summer, but his first spring budget. And he's had to revise growth down. That was really a given, considering that obviously the economy is struggling somewhat. But there was some relatively good highlights. There was the reduction in corporation tax. They'll probably review the top rate tax of 50p before the end of the Parliament. He's increased personal allowances for low-income earners, and even reduced the fuel cap, the duty on fuel by 1p, and on top of that scrapped the escalator, the continual additions of 1p above inflation. So at least there's something there for some people, and certainly one would hope that this is enough to spur the growth going forward, and of course hopefully we'll avoid that double dip. That's it for this week. As ever, do give us feedback, media@capitalspreads.com.